Hello, everyone, and welcome to His and Hers Movie Reviews, where we spend money so that you don't have to.
And today we're going to be reviewing The Walk with Joseph. Why can't I say his name? With Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It's a hard name to say.
I hate his name. Okay, so real quick synopsis of the movie. It's about a French guy named Philippe. He's a tightrope walker, or how he says it, it's the wire.
Wire walker.
Wire walker. So ever since he was a little kid, he was fascinated by the circus and that life. So the movie is pretty much about this guy, and it's a true story, and how he walks the wire between the Twin Towers.
In the World Trade Center.
World Trade Center.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get right to our 60 to 60.
Ready.
And, yeah.
Go.
The movie was exactly what I needed after Pan. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say. It gave me what I want out of a movie experience, which was suspense. There was some comedy in there. There was likable characters. There were characters that, you didn't agree with that much also, but they were there and serving a purpose. And the whole story, I actually liked it because it was kind of an inspirational story in a way that it's like, this is something I want to do for me, and it's my dream, and I'm going to do it no matter how impossible it may seem.
25 seconds.
And I actually really, really enjoyed this movie. The suspense, the comedy, and it was actually pretty funny when it wanted to be. But other than that, I'm gonna give this movie 4 out of 5 stars because it was a very enjoyable movie, and I'm glad that it got the Pan taste out of my mouth.
2 seconds to spare. Yay! Okay, my turn. 60 to 60.
And go.
Okay, I rate this movie right out the gate 4 out of 5. I thought it was a really good movie. It had my attention from beginning to end. I love backstories. I love stories like that are true life, based on true life events. I love those type of movies. This was one of those. Like I said, I really enjoyed the flashback scenes, and it was just really interesting, like how his life and how he got interested with the whole wire walking. Joseph Gordon-Levitt did an amazing job as his character, which is a real life guy named Philippe. The movie was it was great. I recommend it. You guys should go see it. 4 out of 5. And I still have time. So yeah, it was a really good movie. It was really, like you said, it was suspenseful. It had its comedic reliefs. Overall, good movie. Great drama. You copy my stuff all the time. It was drama. It was great. Go watch it. Yay!
All right.
Ready to get into our spoilers? Because I'm excited. I want to talk about it.
With that said, on the wire.
This is a wire.
Spoiler alert.
This is a wire.
And it's walking.
This is a tower.
What?
This is a tower. You could have just went like that.
We didn't practice that. Okay.
You could have just went like that.
Good point.
Gosh.
All right. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie and you're interested in watching it, please leave the room. If you don't really care much about the story, then listen on. We're gonna, tell you a little bit more about a couple of the scenes that we enjoyed.
Yes. So first scene that I really enjoyed, when they went into his character, because they did a lot of character development. You got attached to this character, Philippe. Back when he was younger, his dad was even it showed him practicing on 2 trees in his backyard, and he started with 4 ropes. And then it went down to 3, 2, and then he got 1.
Really interesting.
That was really cool. So, it showed him from a little kid to when he was a teenager with little pimples everywhere. It was so cool. And his dad was frowned upon it. He did not he called him a circus clown, he called them. Mm-hmm. So, it was character development like that with his family. And
eventually one thing led to another. And you kind of wonder what happened because of the fact that he was pretty much all about himself. And he didn't have that family aspect of it. Mm-hmm. So when he got this group of people, that was his family in a way. And they were all serving a purpose to kind of help him achieve his dream. Yes. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And like she said, with the background, the backflash, what are they called, flashbacks? I really enjoyed seeing that also kind of growing up. seeing that dream become that dream was pretty interesting, and just seeing him grow as a person from one thing to another, that actually was worth watching. I initially thought this movie was going to be somewhat boring in the beginning until we got to the point, but it wasn't at all. I actually
Very
enjoyed the
entertaining.
whole thing, and I actually even enjoyed the way that it was told. It was told in a narrative point of view, which isn't really done very often
No,
like that.
it's not as common.
And he's telling his own story. So spoiler alert, he did live through the movie. He's telling his own story, and it was kind of interesting because we
Yeah.
got to kind of hear things from his point of view.
Yeah, another part too, the really cool part where he got to practice, before he did the Twin Towers, he practiced in Notre Dame. So he, they showed how they did it, the idea, and then they did the same thing when they got to the Twin Towers. So
They just had to tweak it a little
yeah,
bit.
because it was a longer distance, and it was
Bigger
funny
scale.
when he was like, I had to do my spy work. And he like would go as a photographer.
Yeah, he
as
thought
a
he was so
reporter.
cool.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah, he thought he was so cool because he was doing his own spy work to see how this mission was gonna become.
Because they weren't done building it yet
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah, it was the Twin Towers were still in construction. One tower was completely done. The other one was still in construction. But it was interesting because to him it was more than just this thing that he wanted to do. It was him. It was like part of him. It was something that he needed to do. And then when the whole thing came down to be, it was intense.
It was a show. He put on a show. That's
He
pretty
put
much
on a
what
show,
he did.
and it was intense.
It was
He wanted
amazing.
to make sure that he got it out of his system in a way, so he did more than he had to do. But
Yeah.
it was, I mean, we don't have to give too much away, but
Yeah.
the movie was really enjoyable.
Let's talk about like some of the end parts of the movie. Like I liked how the police officer, because obviously they arrested him, he broke some laws there, so he got locked up. So at the end he said, I'm not gonna see anything else amazing in my lifetime like this. So he was like, you got some guts, kid.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty
The
cool.
cop that was it the cop that arrested him or just
No,
somebody
just
that was
one of the
processing
other
him?
cops.
Yeah, he kind of congratulated him, and I think the one thing that kind of came out of nowhere for me that I really appreciated was the tribute to the World Trade Center and the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
I
was
I
pretty
knew
sad.
this movie took place there. I knew that the big walk happened across the Twin Towers, but the way that they paid like homage to the Twin Towers was really special towards the end, and it
Pulled on some heartstrings.
it got some feels out of this little icebox.
The little Grinch heart grew just a little
It
bit.
grew.
Just a little bit.
It yeah, that was really really nice.
Do you want to talk about that part? Or you
Yeah,
don't
we
wanna...
probably should.
Yeah. So okay, in the beginning there was it the mayor? Well, he was announcing the building of the towers. So at the end of the movie, he gave him a pass for like unlimited.
A visitor's pass.
A visitor's
kinda
pass for the observatory deck, like unlimited. So he was saying at the end, he said usually they have a date stamp where it expires, but he crossed that out and he put forever. So like that was like.
Yeah. So like the mayor wrote forever instead of the date, and like you saw kind of the look on his face as he said, he crossed it out and he wrote forever that I can come to these buildings, and it was like, and at that time they were kind of glowing, like it was a very special moment to remember the Twin Towers as they were.
So yeah, guys, we really highly recommend this movie if you enjoy true life movies. It wasn't a drama per se, but it was one of those.
It was a heist movie in a way.
Yeah, because they kept calling it a coup.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, not a coup,
It was a
coup.
heist movie in its own way. It was, and it had
Coup.
comedy. So I wouldn't really say it was it was a drama. It was a heist movie that they had to complete this mission in a way, and I really recommended it. 4 out of 5 stars, and not 5 just because the rewatchability, that suspense is kind of taken out of it, and
we know what happens already.
and you know what happens. Although, I mean, that's not to say I wouldn't watch this movie again. It was a good movie.
Yep.
It was a good movie. So,
Okay,
guys, if you enjoyed this video or this review, please drop a like in I think it's somewhere down there. It's next to the thumbs down, but don't ignore that one.
Don't
Hit the
ignore
one
that
that's pointing up. And then subscribe for more video reviews. Like what we promised you, we were doing The Walk. Steve Jobs is coming up next when that movie drops around our area.
Yay!
And, yeah.
Okay, guys, like always, it's very important to know before you go, just in case it blows.